this is Steph, and I have another educational video for you today all about American politics. So I'm going to take you through the two major political parties that we have here in the United States, the Democrats and the Republicans. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what each party believes in, what most of the people in each party believes in. And then I will also tell you about our legislative branches, the House of Representatives and the Senators. So I'll tell you a little bit about those two parts of the lawmaking political system that we have. And hopefully this will make you have a better understanding of the American political system, and it will help you prepare for the elections that we have in this country.
Let's talk about the American political system. The United States. It has two main parties, Democrat and Republican. What does party mean? Party means a group of people who organize around the same ideas for politics and society. Does the United States have other parties? Yes. They just never win the primary for the presidential election. What are the other major parties? Libertarian, Green Party, and the Constitution Party. These three have the most members in other parties. Let's look closer at the Democratic Party. So you know this guy. This is President Obama, who was president before Trump came into office. What are the basic beliefs of most Democrats? Democrats tend to be more liberal than Republicans. So let's look at this sign here. Color is not a crime. So this is a protest about race and racial justice. Treating all people with dignity and respect, no matter their gender, nationality, race, religion, sexuality, etc., is a democratic belief. So most people believe in this one, in the Democratic Party. Healthcare should be a right for all people, no matter how much money you make or which job you have. So healthcare is a big fight in the United States between the Republicans and the Democrats. Remember that Obama created something similar to universal healthcare. So trying to make sure that everybody gets healthcare. This was something that the Obama administration really fought for. Some people call it Obamacare. Most Democrats believe that the middle class should make progress with hard work and fair wages. So right now in the United States, we have a large middle class, and many people in the middle class do not make enough money to survive with the job that they have. So Democrats are trying to fight to make sure that they can make progress in their lives by being able to buy a house, live in a nice neighborhood, etc. And with that hard work, they will make fair wages. Most Democrats believe that guns should be controlled so that gun violence stops. So the issue of guns is also something that the Republicans and Democrats do not agree on. Another Democratic platform is that women's bodies should not be controlled by the government. So most Democrats believe that women should have the choice to decide if they want to get an abortion or whether or not they want to do different procedures on their body. Okay, now let's look at the Republican Party. So this is President Donald Trump. What are the basic beliefs of most Republicans? Republicans tend to be more conservative than Democrats. So one of the big issues for Republicans is the issue of immigration. So restrictions on immigration are crucial to Republicans. So what this means is that the laws that regulate legal immigration and illegal immigration should be very strong, according to most Republicans. In addition, many Republicans think that healthcare should not be controlled by the government, but it should be high quality and a choice by the individual. Some other issues that are important for Republicans are free trade, so we're talking now about the economy, low taxes, and increased military spending. So when it comes to money and the economy, military spending is one of the biggest parts of the Republican budget. So gun rights and gun freedom are an essential element of the Republican Party. So most Republicans believe in not restricting gun rights and gun freedom. In addition, most Republicans are against abortion rights and believe in restricting a woman's right to choose. Okay, now let's look at the legislative branches in the U.S. government. What does legislative branch mean? Legislative, having the power to make laws. Branch, the specific part of the government. So practice your pronunciation here. Legislative branches. Let's look at the us.gov website for a closer look at the legislative branches. So on that website, we can see this interesting infograph here. So you can see that there are three branches of the U.S. government. The Constitution is what provided a separation of powers. So this means that in the United States, the executive power is just one part of the government, but it does not have all the rule of the government. So in the executive power, in the middle there, you can see that the president, the vice president, and the cabinet are the ones that carry out the laws. And then on the left-hand side there, we can see that legislative, those are the ones that make laws, is made up of the Congress. And inside the Congress is the Senate and the House of Representatives. So we will look closer at those two things in just 1 minute. And then on the other side here, you can see that we have judicial. Judicial interprets the laws. So this is made up of the Supreme Court and other federal courts, and this is where the lawyers come into play. All right, let's look now at senators. How many senators are there in the United States? There are 100 senators, 2 for each state. So there are a lot less senators than there are representatives. How long is the senator's term, or the time they are elected for? They have a 6-year term. So senators have a much longer time in office than representatives. Now let's look at representatives. How many representatives are there in the U.S.? There are 435 representatives. This depends on the size of the state. So some states have more representatives than others. How long is a representative's term? They only have a 2-year term. So notice that it's much shorter than senators. Senators have 6 years, representatives only have 2. All right, so these are some of the resources that I used to make this presentation. You should check out these websites for more information.
Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for checking out my videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.